Right now at 6, Jasper County breaks new ground on a project intended to improve emergency response.
Lisa, you gonna be okay? Trevor might get at least some water. We've got a few scattered showers and thunderstorms out there this morning. No severe weather expected, which is good news. We'll take a look at that forecast, get you out the door coming up.
Plus, Crawford County's mobile mental health unit makes its way to a law enforcement center.
News starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6 a.m. I'm Elise Noe. I can't even say that
Sometimes I just
correctly.
show up and things happen, but
It's just the noises you make getting over here.
I didn't make any noises coming over here. I stood there, I did my thing, and then you were like, I don't know what was going on.
You can see there's people dancing, Chris's making noises. Everything is working against
zero noise. It's just after 6 o'clock, eh? It's almost Friday, in case you could not tell. But we have fun, and that's the thing. You folks at home do need to know, like, we really do get along. We have a lot of fun here, but not just the two of us, but the folks behind the cameras as well. And sometimes that fun spills over.
Fun, yep.
Sometimes it's a little too much fun. Well, let's take I'll take an extended look here at the forecast. Give you a moment, okay?
Please.
We'll start with the Skywatch Storm Tracker. We've got a few. Poor Abby's like, you don't get any extended time. We got a few scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. So showers redeveloping across parts of southeastern Kansas. We had this little shower that rolls through Pittsburgh, heading up into Lamar right now. Heavier activity out to our east and to the south. So that's where we're going to start. Monette, Mount Vernon, you're still in some heavier rain. You're getting ready to clear out, at least briefly. Neosho, you're clearing out. Pineville, getting some heavy rain out there. Cassville as well. We still are getting some lightning strikes. That's the other thing I want to remind folks. Skywatch Storm Tracker only shows cloud to ground lightning, not cloud to cloud lightning. So you may be seeing lightning, but it's not showing up here because that doesn't detect that. But remember, lightning's dangerous. You don't want to mess around with it out there. Nevada, you're getting a break. Stockton, some heavier showers there. Again, Lamar, that's rolling into your area. Out in parts of southeastern Kansas, where most of us are dry for now. We've had a little redevelopment out here from Iola to Yates Center, just north of Howard. And we'll probably see a little more redevelopment through the day. Miami, those heavier showers off to your west have made their way in along the I-44 corridor, stretching back through Craig County and parts of Nowata County out there. So again, we'll see a little redevelopment take place in some locations out there, maybe even off to the west through here. We're not anticipating any severe weather, which is good news, but there might be a strong storm or two with some small hail, gusty winds. Temperatures still hovering low to mid 60s, and in all honesty, we're not expecting a lot of movement in those temperatures as we go through the day. 62 when the kids get on the bus, southeast breeze about 5 to 10, scattered showers and thunderstorms, and same by this afternoon. Not everybody will be seeing rain this afternoon, but there will be scattered storms. 70, the wind shifting out of the west at about 5 to 10. Highs today, on average, we're going to make about the low 70s between the rain and the cloud cover. Some of you, though, if you get a little bigger break in the rain or maybe a little more sunshine, could be warmer than that. And while these showers become a little more isolated as we head later into the evening and overnight hours. Scattered storm chances do continue with us through our Friday. We'll talk about that and how our weekend is shaping up here a little later. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, just before 11 p.m. last night, witnesses in Joplin say they saw a speeding car on Wall Avenue, then heard a loud crash. A white Porsche struck a building and split in half. The debris field was more than a block long, which included the building, a utility pole, and major pieces of the car scattered down the block.
There's 2 individuals in the vehicle. They both sustained injuries. The driver was conscious and breathing. The passenger was not conscious. She was breathing. They are both transported as priority.
Joplin police updated us overnight. The major crash team was summoned and are conducting a DWI crash investigation. To be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. The Crawford County Mobile Mental Health Care Unit made its way into Pittsburgh to provide same-day access to community members. KOAM's Anthony Saviello has more.
If we help one person, then this is worth it. Though it may just look like an RV, this mobile care center has the ability to be so much more for someone in need.
First week of March, we started going out to Northeast High School in their parking lot and the Girard Courthouse. And in 6 outings, we have had 5 people come and complete mental health intakes and get referred for services.
The mobile care unit finds itself outside the law enforcement center in Pittsburgh to hopefully expand the amount of people they are able to help.
Crawford County Mental Health has come alongside Pittsburgh Municipal Court to treat people who are getting into crimes, getting into trouble because of their mental health.
Both Dr. Birch and Jason agree it doesn't matter what someone's circumstances are. If they need mental help, they want to be ready to provide it.
We have to meet people where they're at. Every person matters. To actively listen, not just hear them, but try to understand where they're coming from. And it has to be that person's decision to access services.
If we can provide help that will help them not be seen as a nuisance, not be seen as disturbing the peace, not be seen as something to avoid, then man, that makes a difference for those people and therefore makes a difference for all of us.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
The mobile unit will continue to provide access for the community. However, there is no word yet on where their next stop will be. For more information, go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Work is now underway on a new Jasper County-wide public safety radio system. Officials yesterday broke ground at the Sarcoxy radio tower site on Bridgeview Road. The project will revitalize 4 existing tower locations throughout the county and build 2 new ones. It will also fund new radio equipment for first responders and their vehicles, which officials say will improve emergency response.
First time that I know of that we've had one radio system for one county, which, what do we talk about? Safety. And that's the most important thing. When firefighters are going into these houses and they don't have radio systems that work, that's a safety issue. When police officers can't get out on their radios, that's a safety issue.
The project was approved for funding by the county in 2021. Well, Fallen Law Enforcement Officers Week continued yesterday with a ceremony in Neosho, Missouri. The Newton County Sheriff's Office chaplains held a service and luncheon at the Lampo Center honoring officers and local law enforcement serving the county. The names of 12 fallen officers from the 4-state area were read. Newton County Sheriff Chris Jennings and Neosho Police Chief Jason Baird addressed the gatherings. The First Baptist Church of Neosho prepared and served the meal. New surveillance video shows a man breaking into a Duquesne pizzeria using a questionable technique. Guzano's Pizzeria posted security video of their break-in on their Facebook page, dubbing the perp, quote, Ninja Burglar. The Ninja Burglar did more than just roll around. The owner says the burglar got away with some money from a cash box, but only after spending quite a while on an empty safe.
Also funny is we had a safe in our office that stopped kind of operating, and it was just sitting in there. And he spent 45 minutes breaking into the safe just to find that it was empty.
The Duquesne Police Department confirmed that there is an open investigation, and anyone with information about this April 19th break-in should give them a call. That's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes, coming up on the KOAM Morning News. The National Music Publishers Association is taking on streaming giant Spotify for not having the proper licenses. Plus, President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump agreed to face off in their first presidential debate. And Chris Warner returns with another look at your Thursday forecast. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. Topping Nation Watch this morning, Law and Order actress Angie Harmon is suing Instacart and the former shopper who allegedly shot and killed her dog in March. In the lawsuit filed last Friday, Harmon is suing both the company and the former Instacart driver for trespassing, invasion of privacy, and negligence. She is also suing Instacart for negligent hiring and supervision. She alleges the shopper, Christopher Anthony Reed, used a false identity while delivering the groceries to her home over Easter weekend. At the time of the shooting, Reed claimed the dog attacked him, but Harmon alleges Reed was not injured and had ample opportunity to leave without shooting the animal. Harmon is seeking $25,000 in damages. The National Music Publishers Association is taking on streaming giant Spotify. They sent a cease and desist letter accusing Spotify of hosting content, including music videos, without having the proper licenses. Officials at the NMPA are demanding Spotify move the unlicensed material or, quote, face copyright liability for continued use of these works. This comes a few days after Billboard issues an estimate that claimed Spotify would be paying roughly $150 million less in royalties than what some songwriters and publishers had expected. The NMPA did not specifically name any material that they want removed. A Spotify spokesperson called the cease and desist letter, quote, a press stunt filled with false and misleading claims. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump agreed to face off in their first presidential debate of the election season next month. A second debate is scheduled for mid-September. The timing takes into account early voting, which begins as soon as September in some states. As CBS News' Jared Hill reports from New York, the two top candidates may be the same as they were 4 years ago, but the debates will be a little different this time around.
Well, make my day, pal.
Less than an hour after President Biden threw out this debate challenge.
So let's pick the dates, Donald. I hear you're free on Wednesdays.
Taunting former President Trump over the criminal trial keeping him in court 4 days a week, the presumptive Republican nominee said, let's get ready to rumble.
I've accepted the two, 100%.
Trump and Biden are now set to face off in two debates. The first, June 27th, hosted by CNN. The second with ABC on September 10th. No studio audience.
The left, will you shut up, man? Listen.
In the rematch 4 years in the making, the Biden campaign wants moderators to be able to cut mics to minimize disruptions.
It's about the candidates clearly articulating their vision for where they want to take the country.
Some voters in battleground Pennsylvania tell CBS News they don't think the debates are going to change a lot of minds.
People have their own formed opinions already about each party, so I feel like neither have really anything to gain out of it. It's just going to be a fighting match, really.
Third-party candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. appears to be locked out from the debate stage. He's accused the Biden and Trump campaigns of colluding to exclude him. Jared Hill, CBS News.
This year's unconventional debate schedule also sidesteps the Nonpartisan Commission on Presidential Debates, which has sponsored the debates since 1988. President Biden has said he will not participate in the three the commission had planned for November. Meanwhile, the Biden campaign has also proposed a vice presidential debate for some time in late July. And that's a look at some of today's top national stories. Here's Chris with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got a few scattered showers and thunderstorms out there this morning. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing the heavier activity is off to our east. Getting a little bit of redevelopment, though, out there as well. And that's what's going to lead to some additional scattered showers and storms. The good news is we don't have any areas highlighted for severe weather today. As we've mentioned, though, there's still that possibility of maybe a stray strong storm or two with some small hail and gusty winds. But the overall severe threat is low. Our camera on top of our building, it's at 7th and Range Line. Either way, it's showing cloudy skies there. I kind of forgot where that's located. We are going to be a little cooler today. We'll take another full look at your forecast, and I'll get oriented as to where I am when the KOAM Morning News returns.
An uninvited guest showed up at a wedding in Arizona recently. It was a snake, but one of the wedding guests managed to wrangle a reptile. The woman's can-do approach practically upstaged the I-do's at the nuptials. Jeannie Moose reports.
Remember the days when all you had to catch at a wedding was the bouquet?
Erica, you're wild!
What the hell? Erica Rodriguez was attending her sister's wedding in Florence, Arizona, when guests enjoying cocktails on the deck got spooked by the snake. Holding her gown in one hand and the snake in the other, Erica walked it out of the wedding, earning herself a new nickname.
Just the snake wrangler everywhere I go.
Why isn't that girl scared of anything?
That was me that said that in the video because she has always been this way.
That's Erica's older sister, Sandra. Erica took the wedding crasher to some greenery and let the harmless gopher snake go.
What's your background with snakes that you can just casually pick one up?
I was just a wild kid, had snakes as pets, as a kid, and I was watching Steve Irwin all the time.
Wow! And that's a display of aggression.
At least Erica was wearing cowboy boots. Though already married, she's been showered with proposals from bowled-over fans. That's a wifey right there. Unlike Medusa, Erica never lost her head. Why just pose for wedding photos when you can pose with a snake?
Erica, smile at least. Come on.
Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Here's Chris with a quick look at your forecast.
Yeah, we've got a few scattered showers and storms out there. We'll take another look at your forecast right after this. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 6:22 now on this Thursday morning. We're starting to see some breakdown in activity around the area. We're getting to that scattered stage with our showers and thunderstorms. Let's start in southwestern Missouri. We've got some thunderstorm activity around Cassville. We're getting a few more lightning strikes down here. So remember, even though storms aren't severe, that doesn't mean that the lightning is any less dangerous or deadly. So do be cautious as you're heading out this morning. Kids getting ready to get on the bus this morning. Just make sure you are taking precautions if there's lightning in your area. And also keep in mind, lightning can strike up to 10 miles from the parent storm. So if you see lightning in the distance or you hear the thunder, you still need to be playing it safe. Otherwise, heavy rain, Cassville, Seligman, Monette, Mount Vernon, exiting the showers at this point. Got another batch of showers, again, rolling in out of Oklahoma. So Joplin, Neosho starting to get in on that. Miami, you have been in on it. Galena, Riverton, also. Baxter Springs getting in on some showers. A little further north, some light showers in the Lamar area, just southeast of Sheldon. Nevada, you are dry. Stockton, you've got more rain on the way this morning. Southeast Kansas, most of you dry. Again, we've got this shower into parts of Cherokee County, but Iola, Yates Center, back down into Greenwood County, not much, but there are some light showers out there. And in Oklahoma, we're starting to see activity come to a pause at least. Grove, you're kind of exiting one batch of showers. You got a few more showers out there. Miami, again, you're in the thick of the rain. Same with Veneta, and that includes I-44 through Ottawa and Craig counties this morning. So here's a look at the radar loop. We had that batch of stronger storms that pushed through very early this morning, and it has now exited. We're getting a little redevelopment here and there. And take a look back to the west in Oklahoma. Watch this little line of showers start to fire up. So that's going to be the thing. We're going to see redevelopment of scattered storms through the morning. Our better chances for a little more widespread thunderstorm activity will be between now and about, say, 2, 3 o'clock. After that, it's going to become a lot more isolated and widely scattered out there. So not everyone will be getting rain, but it'll be even more isolated as we head into the afternoon. So here's a look at those showers, and this is what we're talking about. By 5, take a look. We're seeing a lot more isolated activity out there, and that's going to be the case through the late evening and overnight hours. Again, a lot more isolated to widely scattered, and that's going to be the case for us on Friday. Some pop-up storms will be possible, but otherwise it's going to be very isolated activity, mainly right here through I-44 and then right along the Kansas-Oklahoma border. The good news is, as I've mentioned before, and I know we're stressing this simply because of all the severe weather we have had over the past few weeks, we don't have any areas highlighted for a severe threat today. A strong storm with small hail, gusty winds isn't out of the question, but we don't have any major severe weather areas highlighted today or tomorrow, which is some great news. And by late tomorrow night into Saturday, things will begin to clear out. Quick look at temperatures. In Joplin, cloudy. We've got those showers starting to roll in. 63. The winds are calm. Around the area, temperatures still hovering really low to mid 60s. There's not been a lot of movement on these. Now, depending this afternoon on how much clearing some of you get, you may go mid upper 70s, but most of us looking to go about the low 70s for highs today. So again, better chances for scattered storms through the morning. Again, from now until about 3 o'clock when they'll start to become a lot more isolated. We'll be 66 by 11. Again, most of us highs today, low 70s out there. Mid 70s tomorrow, maybe some other warm spots with those isolated storms, especially north of where the better chances are. Our weekend still shaping up to be pretty darn good. Low 80s and mostly clear skies. Thunderstorm chances return next Monday and Tuesday, near 90 on Monday. A break Wednesday, and then we're keeping an eye on another active pattern setting up for the second half of next week with more thunderstorm chances next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That is a check of your forecast. Now I'm going to toss it over to Elise with Health Watch.
Thanks, Chris. A study published in the BMJ found the HPV program in England is associated with a substantial reduction in cervical disease across all socioeconomic groups. HPV is one of the most common sexually transmitted infections and can cause cancer later in life. U.S. researchers say the HPV vaccine is key to eliminating cervical cancer inequities. Well, your mother probably told you to eat your vegetables, and mother knows best. An umbrella review published in the journal PLOS ONE found that overall vegetarian and vegan diets were associated with better cardiovascular health and cancer risk. However, among pregnant women, those who followed plant-based diets faced no difference in risk of gestational diabetes compared to those who did not. And music makes the people come together. 75 researchers from 46 counties made more than 300 audio recordings, either singing or playing traditional songs from their various cultures. Findings published in Science Advances show songs were consistently slower, higher, and used more stable pitches than speech. Scientists speculate those differences evolved to help people synchronize and bond together through music. And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. We'll be right back. Right now at 6:30, a new educational opportunity for preschoolers prepares to launch in the city of Joplin.
We've got clouds, we've got showers, we've got thunderstorms, and that's going to be the story of the day with the weather across the area. We'll have a look at that forecast, get you out the door, coming up.
Plus, the mini golf course at Pittsburgh's Four Oaks Golf will be ready for tee time this week.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 6:30. I'm Elise Noe.
I'm Chris Warner. It is Thursday in the four states.
Yes.
It has been almost like a Friday through the KOAM Morning News.
It honestly
I
has,
told
yes.
our director Tim and our producer Abby, I said, listen guys, I think you two need to come out here and swap with Elise and I, because we have not had it together. We have not been. We're doing better now though.
We're doing better now.
We're doing better now though. So hopefully that
giggles
continues. Yeah, it's not that anything's been particularly amusing. We're just amused this morning for some reason. But
that's you are too. Yeah.
Hopefully you're amused with us. Hopefully it's helping you wake up better. That's what we're wanting to do. We want you to wake up better, and hopefully you are. And if you are, you've probably heard some thunder overnight last night. We had some thunderstorms. We even had some strong and severe storms roll through the area. Now that's not the case now, which is some good news. Skywatch Storm Tracker showing us where we've got scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms out there. We're starting our radar tour down here in the southern part of southwest Missouri. Got a heavier shower rolling into Joplin right now, just outside of Neosho. Carthage, you are up next. Still heavy rain in Pineville, Cassville. Got a lot more lightning down here with this particular cluster of storms and heavy rain. So again, remember, lightning dangerous and deadly. A lot of folks getting ready to get on the bus, heading out the door. Make sure you're being safe out there. Mount Vernon, last of the showers for now exiting, but we'll see this activity continue to lift off to the north and east. Lamar, a few showers starting to exit. Jasper, you've got one right on your back door. Stockton, same deal. You got some heavier rain out there. Osceola getting in on some heavier shower activity as well. Back in southeast Kansas, this is the initial redevelopment we've seen. So now it stretches roughly from Mound City back through Iola, Yates Center, north of Chanute, northwest of Fredonia. Some scattered showers out there, nothing too crazy. A good chunk of southeast Kansas is still dry right now. And we've got some heavier showers right along I-44 from Craig County into Ottawa County. Miami getting in on some heavier rain as well. Grove, you've got a couple of showers, a little more heavy rain on its way. Quick look at the radar loops. We had severe storms last night in southeast Kansas. Strong storms early this morning, rolling on out of here. And then we're expecting, and as you see at the radar loops here, some redevelopment will take place, and we'll see additional scattered storms throughout the day, with our best chances between now and 3 p.m. Temperatures hovering in the low to mid 60s still. This really hasn't changed a lot throughout the morning, and it will only change slightly as we head into the afternoon. Kids getting on the bus, a few thunderstorms out there for some of us. Southeast breeze around 5 to 10 miles an hour. When that bus brings them home, scattered storms, 70, west wind 5 to 10. Most of us highs in the low 70s today. Some of you may get some bigger breaks, a little more sunshine, might be a little warmer, but we're going to average the low 70s. Scattered storms, again, they're going to start to become a lot more isolated as we head into the afternoon and evening, so not as many of us getting rain, but still some showers out there. We'll have a few more overnight tonight and into our Friday. We'll talk about that and how our weekend is shaping up in the full forecast here in a few more minutes. Elise?
Thank you, Chris. Well, a very good boy in Newton County helped with a major drug bust. The Newton County Sheriff's Department says Deputy Weiser and his K-9 partner Loki stopped a vehicle and discovered marijuana, cocaine, and fentanyl. Investigators believe the driver was trafficking the drugs from Tulsa to St. Louis. Authorities also seized a firearm. The department said, quote, while we recognize that marijuana possession is legal in Missouri, trafficking controlled substances across state lines is not, end quote. A new educational experience will soon take flight in Joplin. Joplin Schools is now accepting enrollment applications for 3 new neighborhood-based preschool classrooms for 4-year-old students called Little Eagles Flight School. The new preschool will be offered to residents in the Irving, Royal Heights, and Soaring Heights areas as part of a pilot program designed to provide quality early learning opportunities for more district children.
So we are accepting enrollments right now. We only have 16 seats in each classroom, and so they can go to our school website and enroll through Power School, and then there is a form for them to fill out to show interest in which neighborhood program they're interested in.
You can find a link to enroll on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. The city of Pittsburgh cuts the ribbon marking completion of the Quincy Rouse Street project. It's a long time coming for many residents. The project began back in 2022 and involved construction of a 3-lane concrete roadway with 5-foot sidewalks and street lighting.
This is about a 3/4 mile long project that we took from a 2-lane with open ditches to a 3-lane with curb and gutter, storm sewer improvements. We also did some water line improvements as well as a rail crossing improvement and some grade changes to this project.
Though the area has been open to traffic, the occasion marked the official reopening of the Quincy Street project. The mini golf course at Pittsburgh's Four Oaks Golf will be ready for tee time this week. Yesterday, the golf course cut the ribbon on the completed mini course. Groundbreaking for the 18-hole mini course was in February. It was paid for through private donations and grant funding.
Why we're here is we had a need, and we had a community member that recognized the need and step up and help us, resolve a problem. We've had a mini course for a long time, probably 5 decades. It had become in a state of disrepair, and then once COVID hit, it kind of just put it to a point where it was not economically to repair it. Lead on this.
This new mini course replaces one that closed back in 2020. That course had as many as 6,000 rounds played annually before it closed for good. The Pittsburgh High School Music Department performed for a live audience, but it wasn't their typical venue. They performed a chamber concert at the First United Methodist Church. The concert featured music from a variety of genres performed by small ensembles, as well as a special performance from the department's 3 instructors. We hear Girard High School teacher Jeremiah Hudson likes to joke about never being on the news. Well, thank your students for this one. Girard High School seniors pranked Hudson by camping out in his yard overnight yesterday. Hudson is the government/economic teacher at Girard, and his students wanted to prank Hudson for a last bonding experience, but also to show appreciation for their teacher. Hudson says he was definitely surprised.
Some doors shutting at like 5:30, but I just thought, we live across the street from the school, doors shut sometimes, so I didn't know what was going on exactly until I peeked out the door about 10 minutes ago, and I was surprised and glad I was wearing a shirt.
Well, some students spent the night or showed up around 2 or 3 a.m. to pull off this prank. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. A new collaboration between Oreo and Star Wars gives fans a chance to discover their destiny. And thunderstorm chances continue. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back. In Consumer Watch this morning, The House voted yesterday to pass a major federal aviation bill, which now heads to President Joe Biden's desk for his signature. The bipartisan bill renews authority for the FAA for the next 5 years. Ivan Rodriguez reports on how it will aim to improve aviation safety and strengthen protections for passengers and airline workers.
Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
The Federal Aviation Administration reauthorization bill passing the House ahead of Friday's deadline to reauthorize FAA authorities. The bill authorizes more than $105 billion in funding for the FAA, as well as $738 million for the National Transportation Safety Board through 2028. Good news for travelers. The legislation includes strengthened consumer protections for refunds for flight cancellations and delays, as well as implementing technology to reduce the risk of runway collisions.
From now on, when your flight is canceled for any reason, you are entitled to an automatic cash refund, and it has to be prompt. If you get delayed significantly, that means 3 hours domestically, 6 hours internationally, you're going to get your money back.
Another goal of the reauthorization bill, addressing the country's shortage of air traffic controllers by expanding hiring. Despite a surge in hiring last year, air traffic control stations nationwide are still about 3,000 controllers short, according to new FAA numbers. The current understaffing means controllers at many facilities are regularly working overtime to cover gaps.
It's going to help keep air traffic safe by hiring and equipping the FAA professionals who do that.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
The Consumer Price Index report, a key inflation measure, showed that prices rose 3.4% in April compared to last year. That's slightly cooler than March's 3.5%. Housing and gas mostly drove April's price increases. And according to the latest Labor Department data, weekly earnings rose 3.9% last month. McDonald's is hoping a $5 meal promotion will bring back customers who were scared away by recent price hikes. The limited time offer is slated to begin on June 25th and will last about a month. The deal will include a choice of a McChicken, McDouble, or 4-piece chicken nuggets entree along with fries and a drink. And a new collaboration between Oreo and Lucasfilms gives Star Wars fans a chance to discover their destiny. The special edition Star Wars Oreo cookies come in identical packaging, but once buyers open the pack, they'll get either blue cream filling for the light side or red cream filling for the dark side. The outside of each cookie is also embossed with the image of iconic Star Wars characters. And that's it for Consumer Watch. Here's Chris with another look at your forecast.
Yeah, still got some scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area. A few showers in southeastern Kansas, back through Missouri. And we got some thunderstorm activity around the Cassville area, and we'll see a few more scattered showers and storms out there. Heavy rain across Cassville, Monette just to the south, Pineville starting to get out of it. Some decent showers in Neosho, Joplin, Carthage, Miami as well. And as we head up to the north, we got some light showers, Lamar, Stockton, Nevada. You are dry. You have been for quite some time, but we're watching this redevelopment. Now, the good news again, no severe weather is expected today. A strong storm, small hail, gusty winds is possible, but the severe threat is very low across the area. So again, these showers, though, stretching from Mound City back through Iola, just southeast of Yates Center, north of Chinook, Fredonia, and back toward Howard. And as we go into northeastern Oklahoma, out here, it is clear in Nowata and Washington counties, beginning to clear out in Craig County. Still some rain up in Miami. Grove, you are in between two batches of showers out there. All of this activity lifting off to the east-northeast, so some of the embedded cells are in showers lifting northeast, but the whole roll of activity moving to the east. We've got that redevelopment taking place here and across Oklahoma, and that's what's going to bring us additional scattered shower and thunderstorm chances as we head into the morning hours. Our best chances for a little more widespread showers and storms between now and 3 p.m. Temperatures low to mid-60s across the area. Kids getting on the bus this morning. Again, 62, scattered storms for some of us, southeast breeze 5 to 10, and a few more scattered storms this afternoon, 70, west breeze at around 5 to 10 when the bus brings them home. We're going to celebrate birthdays and anniversaries here in just a moment, but first, we're going to see what's happening on CBS Mornings.
I'm Nate Burleson. Coming up on CBS Mornings, Khan Academy founder Sal Khan joins us to talk about his new book and why he's excited about AI in the classroom. That's coming up on CBS Mornings.
Time for some Thursday birthdays here in the 4 states, and we're starting in Jasper with Ember K. Richardson celebrating birthday number 1. Very happy birthday, and it's coming with love from your family.
And over in Wyandotte, happy 12th birthday to Bentley Stufflebean.
And in Parsons, Kennedy Thompson celebrating birthday number 12. Happy birthday, Kennedy.
And a happy 12th birthday to Matthew Henry DeWitt Jr. It says love Mom, Eddie, and Emily.
And in Joplin, we've got a couple of birthdays here. Adeline and Meryl Norfelice. Adeline is celebrating birthday number 17, and she just happens to be Meryl's daughter, and Meryl celebrating birthday number 40. A very happy birthday to both of you.
And over in Chanute, a happy birthday to Abby Nolan, who's turning 23. Happy birthday, Abby.
And our very own Zach Wilson celebrating another year wiser today. Zach is one of our marketing consultants, and we appreciate everything he does because our marketing consultants help bring in some money to pay our bills, and that's kind of essential. That's why our lights are on right now.
Absolutely.
Zach, thank you for what you do. A very happy birthday,
Yes.
and of course, see Zach for all of your marketing needs.
And continuing our birthday list over in Pittsburgh, a happy birthday to Aubrey Harrison, turning 10 years old today. It says from Nana and family.
And in Joplin, Dorothy Spoon celebrating a birthday today. Very happy birthday to you, Dorothy. Another fantastic list of birthdays out there, and we want to keep that list going.
Course.
Elise, what do they need to do?
Go ahead and submit your birthdays and anniversaries to birthdays@KOAMnewsnow.com. Be sure to include any photos or birthday message that you so desire, and to, of course, meet the deadline that you see there at the bottom of your screen.
And of course, that's to ensure that your birthday and or anniversary air at the appropriate time. All right, let's take a look at that forecast, shall we? We did a tour on the radar, but there's already been a couple of small changes, nothing major, but a couple of small changes. We're going to go into all that here. This is just a broad overview. Still got quite a bit of lightning now north of Branson, east of Cassville. And remember, lightning, two things. One, is dangerous and deadly, so you don't want to mess around with it if you're outdoors. If you're getting ready to get on the bus, get in the car to go to work, just make sure you're safe if there's lightning around. And the key phrase is, when thunder roars, head indoors, because lightning can strike upwards of 10 miles away from the parent thunderstorm out there, so do be cautious about that. Let's start with some of that. The good news is, see how these are darker gray? That means that these lightning strikes are several minutes old, so we're not seeing as many new ones. Even these lighter gray ones are getting a little older on the radar as well. So lightning trying to ease up a bit. Very heavy rain though down through Cassville and Seligman and entering Monette again. Mount Vernon, you've got some heavier showers on your back door. Joplin, Carthage, Neosho getting rain. Pineville, rain starting to let up just a bit. Still raining, but not nearly as hard as it has been through the morning. Lamar getting in on more shower activity. Jasper, you are as well. Stockton, some heavier rain out there. Nevada, Sheldon, you guys have been dry for a minute. You're going to stay that way for a little while. And we've got this additional shower activity. It's kind of flared up over southeastern Kansas. So Mound City, Iola, just outside of Yates Center. Chanute knocking on your back door, probably getting a couple of stray sprinkles right now. Fredonia, get ready for some additional showers as well this morning. And heading back into Oklahoma, I'm going to talk about the change, because that's it over there. So we got this batch of heavier showers just getting ready to exit the Miami area. Wyandotte, Commerce, Seneca getting in on some rain out there. Grove, you're still kind of sandwiched. You might be getting some sprinkles, but you're sandwiched between the heavier rain. Jay, you're getting some of those showers as well. So here's the change. Look at this little guy right here. Just kind of flare up. So we're getting some redevelopment. Now, as I've mentioned, and I'm only stressing this because we have just been inundated with severe weather over the last 3 weeks. We don't have any areas highlighted at this time for severe weather today, which is fantastic news. A strong storm with some small hail, gusty winds, not out of the question, but severe weather is very low. Opportunities for that very low. But we will see redevelopment. Take a look back across north central Oklahoma, just north of OKC. Look at all of that flaring up. And this will eventually make its way into our area, so we're still going to be dealing with scattered showers and thunderstorms through the day, but again, our severe threat is very low. The best chances for more widespread showers and thunderstorms are between right now and about 3 o'clock. After that, it's going to become a lot more isolated as we head into the evening and overnight hours. There will still be some scattered showers and storms, but again, a lot more isolated. For our Friday, our better chances for some isolated to scattered storms are in this zone right here. along the Kansas-Oklahoma border, and then right along I-44 heading into Missouri. Otherwise, I think a lot of us up north, you may see a shower or two, but you'll remain relatively dry out there as we head into our Friday. We're going to have another look at your forecast, including the extended forecast, talk about the weekend and the news you need to know in just a moment. And when we transition to Fox 14 at 7 a.m., we're going to hear how 91-year-old woman still enjoys taking her 77-year-old niece bowling.
Well, here's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door. Work is now underway on a new Jasper County-wide public safety radio system. Officials broke ground yesterday at the Sarcoxy Radio Tower site on Bridgeview Road. The project will revitalize 4 existing tower locations throughout the county and build 2 new ones. It will also fund new radio equipment for first responders and their vehicles. Surveillance video shows a man breaking into Gazano's in Duquesne in April. The owner says the burglar got away with some money from a cash box, but only after spending quite a while on an empty safe. The Duquesne Police Department is asking anyone with information about the break-in to give them a call. And the city of Pittsburgh cuts the ribbon marking the completion of the Quincy Rouse Street project. The project began back in 2022 and involved the construction of a 3-lane concrete roadway with 5-foot sidewalks and street lighting. And that's a check of today's top headlines, the news you need to know before you head out the door.
And we've got those scattered showers and storms. Best chances for widespread storms between now and 3. No severe weather expected, which is great. Average highs today, low 70s. A few of you might get a little warmer out there. Showers become a lot more isolated through the evening hours and overnight, but a few scattered storms will still be possible out there. We'll fall back to about 60. More scattered storms or isolated storms for us on our Friday, mainly in our southern counties, and we'll make the mid-70s. Our weekend looks great. Sunny skies, low 80s. More storms next week, though, and we're going to keep an eye on those storms in the second half of next week as we're looking at another active weather pattern across the 4 states.
All righty, thanks, Chris. Well, coming up today at noon, we're making crispy sesame artichokes in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
And your morning news continues on KOAM with CBS Mornings. Prices continue to rise, and that includes fast food. Ahead on CBS Mornings, Jolene Kent hit the drive-thru to see why we're paying more for our Happy Meals.
Or you can switch on over with us on Fox 14, where your only local morning news continues. This morning, hear how scientists are grasping at straws to boost the survival rates of newly transplanted coral reefs.
And Captain William Davis from Joplin Police Department joined us in the studio to talk about several things that they have going on. However, it's going to wrap it up for us for now. We will see you back here tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
And we'll see you today at noon.